Before you take your next pill, before you refill that prescription that has been sitting in your cabinet for years, and before you tell yourself that everything must be safe simply because it came from a doctor, I want to sit with you for a moment and speak to your heart as someone who cares deeply about seniors, their well-being, and their future. Because what I'm about to tell you is more than information. It is protection, wisdom, and empowerment wrapped into one conversation that every person over 65 desperately needs to hear. The truth is that aging bodies handle medications differently. The liver slows down, the kidneys filter less efficiently, the blood-brain barrier becomes weaker, and the same pill that barely affects a 35-year-old can overwhelm, sedate, confuse, weaken, or even endanger someone in their 70s, 80s, or 90s. Yet despite this scientific truth, seniors continue to be prescribed some of the most dangerous medications in the modern pharmacy, often without being told the full story. Doctors are overwhelmed, appointments are rushed, and explanations fall through the cracks. But the Seniors Hub is here to shine light where the system leaves shadows. And today I am giving you a gift, a list of the 5 medications I would never allow anyone I love to take unless there were absolutely no other options. And I'm giving you this information because every year, over 2 million older adults end up in emergency rooms due to adverse drug reactions, most of which were completely preventable. You deserve better. Your loved ones deserve clarity, and your health deserves truth. Let's begin with the first category that hides in plain sight: over-the-counter sleep aids and common allergy medications containing diphenhydramine, the active ingredient in Benadryl, Tylenol PM, Z-Quil, Advil PM, and dozens of cold, cough, and nighttime products. These drugs belong to a class called anticholinergics, which block the neurotransmitter acetylcholine, your brain's key messenger for memory, attention, and learning. In younger adults, this effect fades quickly. But in seniors, the body clears the drug slowly, allowing it to linger in the bloodstream for 12 or even 24 hours. A groundbreaking study from JAMA Internal Medicine followed seniors for 7 years and found that long-term anticholinergic use increased dementia risk by 54%. Imagine that, more than half, not from genetics, not from aging, but from a medication they believed was helping them sleep. What makes this even more heartbreaking is that many older adults have no idea they are taking this drug because it hides under friendly brand names and sneaks into multi-symptom medications. But you deserve to know the truth. There are safer antihistamines that don't cross into the brain, and there are far better, natural, research-backed approaches to sleep that don't rob the mind of clarity. No night of sleep is worth trading your memory for. Next, we move to a medication class that seems harmless but carries dangerous long-term consequences for seniors: proton pump inhibitors, commonly known as PPIs. These include Prilosec, Nexium, and Prevacid, drugs prescribed for acid reflux, heartburn, and stomach issues. In small doses and short durations, they're very effective. But the problem arises when seniors take them for months or years without reevaluation. Stomach acid is essential for absorbing nutrients like calcium, magnesium, and B12, and essential for killing harmful bacteria. When acid is suppressed for too long, bones weaken, infections grow, and cognitive function declines. A major study of adults aged 75 and older found that long-term PPI users had a 44% higher risk of dementia. Other studies reveal a 35% higher risk of hip fractures, fractures that can change the entire path of a senior's life. And yet, many older adults have been taking PPIs daily for years, simply because no one told them they were never designed for long-term use. But the root causes of reflux can often be addressed with powerful lifestyle changes: eating smaller meals, avoiding late-night eating, elevating the bed, and identifying trigger foods. Many seniors can taper off PPIs safely under the guidance of a healthcare provider. You deserve to know that your body isn't meant to live without stomach acid. Now we reach one of the most concerning classes: benzodiazepines. Xanax, Valium, Ativan, and Klonopin, medications prescribed for anxiety and sleep. These drugs work by enhancing GABA, the brain's calming chemical. And while they may offer short-term relief, long-term use is extremely dangerous for seniors. They cause heavy sedation, confusion, slowed reflexes, and dangerous balance problems. A major study published in the British Medical Journal found that seniors using benzodiazepines had a 51% higher risk of developing dementia. Another systematic review discovered a 41% increased chance of experiencing a fall. Falls that can lead to broken hips, hospitalization, or long-term disability. And perhaps the most dangerous part is dependency. Many seniors try to stop these medications only to find themselves overwhelmed by fear, anxiety, trembling, or insomnia, not because their body is failing, but because the drug has rewired their brain. Yet there is hope. With slow tapering, cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness, movement, and support from a knowledgeable doctor, many seniors successfully free themselves from these medications and reclaim clarity, strength, and calm. Now let's talk about opioids, one of the most dangerous medication categories for older adults. Drugs like oxycodone, hydrocodone, fentanyl, and morphine were heavily prescribed for decades before their risks were fully understood. Today, we know seniors are more vulnerable to opioid side effects than any other age group. In older adults, opioids cause dizziness, severe constipation, heavy sedation, and confusion. And most frighteningly, they increase fall risk by up to 400% in the first 2 weeks of starting therapy. Let me say that again, 400%. A single fall can change everything: independence, mobility, long-term health. But chronic pain has solutions. Physical therapy, stretching, strengthening exercises, light movement routines, tai chi, acupuncture, CBT, heat therapy, and safer non-opioid medications can dramatically reduce pain without the devastating side effects. No senior should ever be placed on opioids without a full understanding of the risks and safer alternatives. Finally, we come to the medication I consider the most dangerous for seniors: strong anticholinergic bladder medications such as oxybutynin, tolterodine, and solifenacin. These drugs are prescribed for overactive bladder symptoms, urgency, frequency, and incontinence. And while they often work, the price is staggering. These medications severely suppress acetylcholine, the same neurotransmitter critical for thinking, memory, and awareness. Studies show these bladder medications increase dementia risk by 50% or more, and cognitive decline can begin within just 2 weeks of use. But most older adults are never told this. They believe they are solving a bladder issue, not harming their brain. But there are better options: pelvic floor strengthening, bladder training, avoiding bladder irritants, timing water intake, and newer medications like mirabegron that do not affect the brain are all far safer solutions. No senior should ever have to choose between bladder control and brain function. So what does all this mean for you? It means your health is too precious to be left on autopilot. It means your medications deserve review, questions, and understanding, not blind trust. It means you deserve to walk confidently into your future with clarity, balance, strength, and independence. Aging does not mean surrendering control. Aging means becoming wiser, more informed, and more empowered. And you deserve every tool available to protect your mind and your body. Talk to your doctor, ask questions, explore safer options. Share this video with someone you love, because protecting seniors is not just a responsibility, it is an act of love. My friend, if this information opened your eyes, then don't keep it to yourself. Hit the like button so YouTube can show this life-saving message to more seniors and more families who need it right now. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the Seniors Hub, because we share powerful tips every week to help you stay strong, stay independent, and stay informed. Now, before you go, tell me in the comments, how many medications are you or your loved one taking each day? Your answer could help someone else reading. And remember, your health is your power, and you deserve to protect it.